Oh, hey everyone! And welcome to Team Amation's after recap show. I don't like saying after show. Recap show for Game of Thrones season 6, episode 4. Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You typed it so many times.
Book of the Stranger.
Yes, Book of the Stranger. This is why we need two.
Yes,
two, not
we're a
one.
team.
So we're a team. So in case you guys don't know who we are Team Amation, consisting of Kaori and Ann.
And Campia.
So 2 chicks, 1 throne. And
Yes.
what we're going to do right now is we're going to break down some of our favorite moments of the show. And we're also going to let you guys know some of the moments that we thought were a little weaker than usual. So, Ann.
And we're also in the chat, by the way. We'll try.
We're also in the chat. We're both kind of like half sleepy.
Oh my God. Overall thoughts. I'm awake now because now I'm thinking about how freaking amazing this episode was.
I thought it was great too.
Yes, I thought it was great.
You see how great? I'm like, oh, I thought it was great too. This is how sleepy I am. But yes.
It was fantastic. And while I enjoyed last week's episode, I thought this week's episode was infinitely better than last week's episode. There was
going to the chat.
So much that's happened in just the 68 minutes that we watched tonight, and I'm so excited to talk about.
68 minutes?
I guess that was the runtime that was listed on the HBO Now or HBO Go.
I think that was part of the behind the Game of Thrones.
Oh, okay. So about an hour, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that whole intro is like 15 minutes long.
Yeah, it was pretty long.
What about you?
Positives?
Or just overall.
Overall, I thought it was great. We had, a lot of characters that we didn't see for a while suddenly reappear and make their re-debut, and it's interesting to see what they have coming for us for season 6. There's a lot of reunions.
Yes.
Obviously the big one. I was trying to look at you to see if you were gonna cry.
I did cry.
I was like, okay, I'm not gonna
Did you cry?
No, but I was like, I think I did look like this.
You know how you're trying to hold it in, like no one else crying? Okay,
yeah.
No, I had that one like very large tear that was like going all the way down my cheek, and I waited like 10 minutes later to be like,
yeah. You're like, oh, is it itchy?
It's just like moving my hair a little bit.
Yes. So we're talking about the big reunion of Sansa and Jon Snow. They basically virtually never really had a full scene together. That's what the directors were saying, or executive producers were saying.
Yeah.
But it worked out so well, and it's good to see Starks together.
Yes.
Again.
And I think everyone in the room was in shock, right? Because we actually like to watch this in a group setting. So there were multiple people watching at the same time. And I think somebody said, and I overheard it, I didn't expect this to happen until towards the end of the season.
Yeah.
And the fact that we're seeing the reunion in episode 4 was, and at the beginning of episode 4.
And thank goodness we're seeing this so soon.
Yeah.
Because if they put it towards the end, then we would have been shitting bricks for another season to come out to see what would happen. Mm-hmm. And we didn't only get their reunion of these Starks, but we will have Stark and Stark, but we also got, word of where the hell Rickon is as well. I thought that was great because I mean, we know where he is, but it's good to see them know where he is. Yes, and
the way that the news traveled to them in the form of a letter, which I think I counted 10 times that Bolton wrote "bastard" on there. I was like, what a fucking asshole!
So it's like they're kind of coming together. I know that Brienne talked to Sansa in the past about how she saw Arya, and so I think Sansa thinks that Arya is possibly alive. So it's like there's hope for them right now.
Oh, most definitely. And I like the drive in Sansa, because we're seeing Jon has given up and he was about to leave before she arrived. The fact that Sansa's like, no, we have to go back to Winterfell. That's our home. We have to fight for it. She's been through hell. And now she's ready to make people pay for everything that has happened to her. So I love that she's kind of taken that leader, role in amongst the siblings.
And for me, she had the role of the episode. I mean, the line of the episode where they apologize about the food, and she says there's a lot more important things than this. And I'm like, damn, it's so true. Yeah. I mean, that just hits home on all global units. People who don't watch Game of Thrones, it's so true. We complain about stupid shit, and then at the end of the day, put it on the table.
Yep. There's bigger things to do, right?
So yes, I mean that was great. Obviously, we can just go down the line of everything, and everything was great. What else did you like?
Let's talk about. Oh, I definitely enjoyed Brienne and Brienne of Tarth. You know, going up to the Red Woman and just letting her know, hey, yo, I'm the one who killed Stannis.
And I almost forgot all that happened because it's been so many. Like I said, like all these things from previous seasons. All of a sudden, it's like what's the word? Like just your memory is getting like jump started.
Yeah.
And then also, you know, it's interesting to see Brienne just doesn't care.
No, she's like, I don't care who you are, you crazy magic lady. I killed Stannis and bye. Like she just said it and then she walked away.
Right.
It was just like that. I also like kind of because we're jumping around here, but I like Brienne and the potential love between her and this red-headed wildling dude.
Yeah. I'm kind of curious to know, like, is she even like sexual? She seemed a little asexual, even though people always kind of suggest that her and Jaime might have a thing, but I think it's more like a really strong camaraderie.
Yes, I agree.
Kind of like a Sam.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree.
Know?
Yeah, I saw it like that too.
Yeah. But it would be nice to see her have a kind of a break from being and feeling mentally at war at all times.
Yeah.
She's deserving of it.
And we know she can get there, like in her personality.
Yeah.
We've seen her break down before, so what's it to say that she can't have some fun too?
Yeah, for sure.
And it just seemed like the perfect pairing. Everyone was like, yeah, tall and tall. They belong together.
Tall and tall.
What else? What else did you like?
I mean, there were so many things. Let me look at my list. I was like trying to go online to watch you guys.
Yeah.
Because we have one phone standing, but
our
then also
chat sucks too.
but my phone's standing also. Okay, well, so Jon, Brienne, I didn't like that much. I liked Theon Greyjoy making his way home. I know that was like one of the final scenes, but that's also been a long time coming, and you're seeing. I have very mixed feelings about Theon because he was raised by Starks, raised well, but you know, he was kind of kidnapped. But he tries to go home. He betrays the Starks because he wants his Greyjoyhood back. He's got like a fucked up life.
He does. He's been up and down. Like when this show started, I hated him.
Yeah.
I could not stand him. And then they put him through hell.
Yeah, I mean, nothing's worse than getting like the best sensation ever get cut off. Like, you know you'll never get that again.
Yes. just the lowest level you could take a man to.
Right.
Bolton did that to him. And now he's back, and you can tell the growth in his character because old Theon would have been, I'm taking the realm now. I'm taking the reins now that father is dead. But this form of Theon is like, no, you deserve to rule. I will help you.
I am kind of wondering if he does have if he will eventually try to dethrone her or try to take over. I don't wonder. He doesn't seem to have that in him right now. He just really wants to come back home. And I think he seems genuinely apologetic that she came to save him, and he's like couldn't do it because he was just so weak.
Yeah.
But it did send good chills down my spine when you know, I was like, you know, like, so it's nice to see these characters kind of regain their strength because last season and the previous season was just so like struggle so much.
Even people like Cersei, who you never thought could be broken down, and she made her atonement in last season, and that was like the lowest I thought I could ever see her. But you see this, like you're saying, I totally agree. You're seeing all the characters that we started with that were going after the throne, broken down and now coming back, including Cersei and Jaime, which is another highlight for me, was them stepping back, Tommen admitting to his mother that he's been speaking with what's his name?
I mean, that's one good thing the pussy did, yes.
Speaking with the High Sparrow, and then admitting that to his mother and what the High Sparrow has been telling him. Thankfully, because now Cersei and Jaime are like, no, we're not. Like, we have to do something about this now before Marjorie makes her atonement.
And it's so clever that I guess kind of this whole theme is going joining up with enemies or teaming up. You got all these different,
Mhm.
you know, you got the wildlings deciding to team up. Probably going to team up with Jon Snow.
Oh, I'm sure.
For the army to go against Bolton, because Bolton pretty much talked shit about the wildlings too.
Yeah, he did. He called all of them out.
Yeah, he called all of them out. That guy's got some balls that needs to get cut off. That's what happened there. But you got Cersei that hates and says, look, we need to team up with this woman. I know where it hurts. Let her know that Marty's going to walk that atonement as well. And the grandma's like, oh, hell no.
No, the grandma was right away like, no, that's not happening. What are we going to do? Right? Yeah. Like, all of them were.
Everything changed.
Yes. And I'm glad they finally have common ground because, like Cersei even pointed out, we've been bickering for us. It's been all the episodes since we started the season.
That's what we were talking about last episode.
Yes.
Okay, when is this going to happen?
Yes. So finally some action. And do you think we're going to see that in next week's episode?
I think so, because so far it's been surprising us with the speed of how all these storyline and the plot thickens so quickly. And I'm glad. So I do think so, because we only have, 6 episodes left.
Yeah.
This, right? 6, which is crazy. Look how fast time flies.
I know.
Yeah. So do you think it's going to happen?
I think so too.
Yeah.
And if it's not, it doesn't consume the entire episode. It'll be somewhere in the episode, maybe towards the end or something.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, we did see the previews for the next episode, and I already forgot. I know we have Arya. We see a little bit of her.
Yeah. I've got a little notes here.
Oh,
yes. Littlefinger and Sansa's interaction. Bran and the Nightwalkers.
Yes, that.
I'm sure we'll get there.
Anytime there's Bran involved in there, I'm just super excited because he's in a place that no one else can depict. No one else's role can depict, but Bran does, and he has like that power. I know Jon Snow does too, but it's not nearly as strong. Because remember in the first season 1 where Jon Snow could close his eyes and he'd see what's his dog Direwolf was doing.
Yes.
So I mean. It's exciting if Bran can like team up with these White Walkers.
Oh my gosh!
And bring them to kick Bolton's ass.
Oh my gosh! Bran's gonna have all the knowledge by the end of whatever this kind of journey is. That he's
stuck in a tree. No.
Yeah, exactly. That's the frustration, right? That's what I'm already thinking is, God damn it, he knows, the truth about how his father, what happened with his father, and now he knows potentially what's going to happen, with what you said with the White Walkers. So now it's like he has all this knowledge. Can somebody go save him from this fucking tree so he can share what he's seen?
Right. And do you think that he's going to go up that tower, that
I hope
dream
so.
tower before the end of the season?
Yeah.
Because we need to know.
Yeah, we do.
We need to know what happened over there. Because I think that for a lot of fans, that's kind of saying who Jon Snow's real parents are.
Yeah.
So that's a
Mom
fan theory.
Dad. What else? Did you like seeing Littlefinger? Is that in your negatives?
It's like mixed because I love the character. He does a conniving, dick face, non-trusting, but everyone trusts him thing so well that we need that character. It is essential. But I hate how he's been getting away with everything. And I know like he's in love with Catelyn Stark now, and then so he's in love with Sansa, kind of.
Yeah, it's some weird, endearing. It's strange. I'm not really sure what.
But he manipulates people like crazy. And he pretty much gave Sansa to the Bolton man.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Yes, and we see in next week's episode, she calls him out on it.
Yeah.
She asks him, did you know that this whole thing with Bolton was going to happen?
He's going to say no.
And of course he's going to say no, and I'm sure he's going to talk his way out of it.
Yeah.
But he knows. He is so smart that he knows everything that he's doing. Every step that he's taken is calculated. He's always 10 steps
100%.
ahead. Everything is, I guarantee everything that's happened, he is well aware that it was going to happen, and he made it happen.
Oh, for sure. Like, if I was playing chess, he would be the character I'd be most afraid of.
Yeah.
Because he's, like you said, so many steps ahead of the game.
Oh, yeah.
Now he's pretty much the ruler because the stupid-ass kid...
Lord Royce or whatever his name is.
Yeah, listens to his uncle all the time. He's probably sucking his uncle's nipples, too, looking for milk.
And why did that kid, shoot up since the last time we saw him? He's, way taller than Littlefinger now.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I mean,
Sometimes when they take these breaks and then we see these, obviously these actors who were children when they started, and then we see them, I don't know, a year or two later, it's like, holy crap, it takes me a second to put together. That was that little boy. And
Bran.
Now he just looks so much older. But yes, I mean, he basically is the ruler because that kid is just going to do whatever Littlefinger manipulates him to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His uncle. Well, yeah. So what else?
Tyrion and Meereen, all that whole
the Meereen
deal with the
Meereen thing is in my negatives. Not because it is kind of because of that. I think that for me,
which one?
Daenerys.
Oh yeah, I've got that on the list too.
I mean, I was so big on her character and her storyline, and this woman that's meant to rule a throne and wow people and surprise us. But after a while, you get tired of being wowed, and it's just like I would actually be more wowed if she fell a little bit.
Yeah.
Everyone's always there to save her. You've got a big army behind trying to help her and push her. Great, she doesn't burn in fire, but she causes a lot of problems. And people go to save her.
I know, and she's gonna end up having the biggest army.
Yeah.
Out of anybody.
Yeah.
But whether that works in her favor or not is yet to be seen. But yeah, she gets all of the best scenes in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, and this is not even a season finale. In episode 4, she kills all of the cows and Dothraki men, and she gets to step out in this glory while everybody in that world is like, holy crap, like this is the new person we're gonna worship. Mm-hmm. It was just, for me, it's an epic scene for a character to have, but like you're saying, we see it every season. She gets a scene like that in every season. Last season we saw her when she rode out on her dragon, and this season obviously we get to see her do it in episode 4. But yeah, I thought for a second that they were actually going to allow her to be within the widows for a few
little
episodes.
bit. You want to see her suffer. People always come to her rescue right away, and I know that's because she's on this pedestal, but it just after a while it's the surprise goes away.
Yeah.
I'll be surprised if her dragon comes to save her again, because that's what hasn't happened. He just pieced her out,
So, I mean, she has this, obviously, she's in Dothraki or wherever this is, and she's people now that she must rule over. She's taken over. But then she has all the people she left in Meereen.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you do? I mean, how do you rule 2 very large entities of people?
You have advisors.
So you leave Tyrion where he is with Grey Worm, and I'm sorry, I forget the other 2
Varys people. And the other 2.
Yeah, and you allow them to then run Meereen for however long it takes you to get control of.
That's what I'm saying. Like she has so many people behind her, but then she gets this awesome scene, and everyone forgets that she's behind. Like there's a lot of people helping her out. You got these 2 warriors that risk their lives, madly in love with her, out there to save her.
Yeah.
And she's pretty much like, I don't need you. I can go in there and kill them myself, and you bow down to me when I come out naked.
Yeah.
That's what happens. They really didn't need to be there.
She is Khaleesi, the unburned Mother of Dragons. Let's remind everybody her 15 titles in every episode.
Yeah.
This time Tyrion's actually the one that got to announce all of her
She's
titles
like, I'm not
in this episode.
I'm not that. Well, what do you think of what was happening in Meereen? Would you agree? Is that a positive, negative with Tyrion and his decision to give slavers 7 years?
Right. Go ahead. Sorry.
I think it's just gonna cause a civil war until. A mini civil war until Daenerys gets back. She better get back. I can just imagine next episode. I'm gonna stay here and serve these people for a little bit, just like shit like that. Like she's gonna leave the poor Meereen people like all fucking confused.
Yeah.
That's how I see her.
Well, and she's probably gonna bring up that chick that we were introduced to tonight. The woman who
was like
enslaved when she was 12. She's probably gonna end up, helping her into a higher position.
But yeah, what do you think of Meereen? Sorry, I was like,
no, it's fine.
Rant Nation.
I said this last week, I like the dynamic between that group. I think they each represent what they're supposed to very well. Grey Worm with the military, Tyrion with, obviously the political side. I agree with the deal that he struck with those slavers, actually, and I think it makes sense. And I know that they complain that 7 years is 7 years too long for a slave, but I feel like it's like that, those kinds of things you can't just say right away, you got to stop it, because look what happened when Khaleesi did it in Meereen. It was just kind of anarchy for a minute. So I think he tried to kind of wean their way into freedom.
I think he's trying to avert like massive destruction. I think the thing is he's been or part of councils and advising people in like all like either like whispers or whatever for a very long time, and that's why Daenerys decided you should be my advisor.
Right.
At the same time, he should rule the throne, but no.
But is he? Do you think he's listening? Like, do you think he's listening to the three? Or...
I think at least he's listening to Viserys. Yeah, for sure.
He always does. Though.
And the other two, I think he takes them into account because because he really knows that they are pretty much minds. They represent the minds of what these people are going through. But I think thinks he's smarter than them.
Yeah, well, it's Tyrion.
So that's why he makes up those decisions.
He talks very well. He's a politician. That's what they do, right? So,
yeah.
I mean, I thought it was a good idea, and it kept them, like you said, from going into another civil war right away.
Yes. I'm looking at the chat right now. Lee Jackson says Sansa is definitely her mother's daughter.
Yeah.
Very true. And he says again, when Brienne said she executed Stannis to Melisandre, all she needed was a mix to drop after.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mike.
Yeah.
I was like, blah, blah, blah. Peace out. So good. So good. But yeah, so is there anything else that we Marjorie?
Marjorie,
about that.
Yeah, Marjorie kind of going to High Sparrow, him giving him this whole spiel. I always kind of like, honestly, I'm sorry, like High Sparrow, I like the actor and everything, and
I zone out
every time he makes a speech to somebody in that room.
This time the camera was like close.
Yes.
Like, closer, and I was like,
okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm sure what he's saying is super important, but I can't. I stopped listening.
I was like
2 minutes ago.
Trying to see if Anne had that teardrop on her cheek.
Still white. It's itchy right here.
Yeah, I seriously, I zoned out. It was.
I mean, it was, for me, the important part of that whole thing was that fact that he made a speech to her to try to convince her to be better. She goes to see her brother Loras, and you still realize that Marjorie is like, she's still playing the game. She's well aware of what's going on. I don't know how long they've been in there, but they've been in there for it feels like they've been in there for a while. And while Loras is saying, I'm done, just do whatever it takes for them to stop this, she's like, no, we have to just kind of be strong, but in front of them look weak so that we can play this game and get out the way that they would want to get out of it.
I just wonder in what capacity how much her brother has said already. He seems just not say anything. He probably confessed a lot of random shit,
Yep.
So I'm very intrigued to see what's going to happen with this war now that we have Marjorie's grandmother and Cersei on team fuck these people.
Yes, team kill the High Sparrow. Yeah, so I mean, again, Marjorie's supposed to take kind of the same walk of shame that Cersei did, but we're gonna see some shit go down with that one for sure.
It's just kind of weird because that atonement is pretty powerful, and I feel like the degree of sin is so drastically different. Cersei and with her cousin and not her brother, granted, but Marjorie, because she lied for her brother, it's like, and they get the same atonement. And I think in a way it's the High Sparrow trying to bring down the royal throne.
Yeah.
So
whatever, it's you take whatever reason you can put on them, like this is you could be the best person ever, but you told a lie to somebody, and he will harp on that one lie.
Yeah.
And throw you in that prison, just for that. Yeah, I can't wait to see. Do you think they're gonna kill do you think he will die, High Sparrow, and when they kind of go down?
He has to.
And save Marge. Do you think he is gonna die?
I think he has to die. Yeah.
Yeah.
If Cersei and Marjorie are gonna prevail, he's gonna have to die. But what did you think of Bolton and killing Osha?
Eating apples?
That I don't know. Okay, this could be me being wrong, but I thought he peeled the whole entire apple except for like the edge. But when after he killed her, I was like,
I know. That was the same thing.
Okay, yeah. See?
Unless he picked up a new apple.
We the same.
I thought the same exact thing. I'm like, that is bad.
I was like, that was bad. That was like picking up that different teacup.
Yeah.
Same thing. But okay, that's not the important part.
I know, sorry. But that bothered me too.
Me too. I was like, well, it's like Daddy's eyebrows. Why are they brown? They can bleach those. What? I'm just saying. In the book, she's pure blonde too, right? It's like, it's one thing. But anyway,
it just looked really weird. But yeah. Exactly, just like that.
But yeah, did you know Osha was gonna die?
Yeah, did you?
Yeah, I was kind of hoping not, because she's always, she's protected the Starks.
Oh yeah, she's a fighter.
Yeah. But
I just don't. I don't like the way it went down, because she looked really weak.
And exactly, to see her go down like that is what made me sad.
Yeah, and then we all already hate Bolton. If you are one person that actually likes Bolton, I'd like to know who you are. Yeah, but they've done so well with that character for everybody to dislike him in one way or another. But the fact that, she went down like that, yeah, that was a little hard to see.
Yes. Yeah, because you grow fond of her, you finally get her back, because she was missing for the whole entire season 5, and now she's gone so quick. Michael says Dany's going to fuck up Tyrion's plans of peace.
Yeah.
And he also says, is it me, or does anyone else think Cersei was lying?
About what the High Sparrow said to Tommen?
Yeah.
And there's always a chance.
But he did say that. I mean, tell the kid that in last episode.
Yeah. So we know. So that's how we could put it together.
I
mean, I wouldn't put anything past Cersei. She'd do anything.
She will do anything for her children and for her kingdom.
But I have a question for you.
Moi?
Because I don't think we've ever seen, and who I labeled on my notes as the other red woman.
Oh.
Who is that lady? Because she's also wearing the jewel with the kind of the clasp around her neck, and she's wearing a red dress.
Yeah, for a second I did think it was Melisandre.
Yeah.
But then I was like, oh, it's not. I don't know.
Do we know? Could she be another Melisandre? I don't know. I mean, that was my first trigger, was she is also a witch. But I don't know who she is, what she's there for. I can't even remember who she went to visit.
Tyrion. Yeah, Tyrion, yeah. She was at the Meereen.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Me neither.
And I don't. The other thing I was going to ask you is, did you miss Arya in this episode?
I did not miss Arya in this episode. I forgot that she was in this episode. Yeah. I forgot about her briefly, except when they talk about the Starks. I'm like, oh, she's over there. But yeah, when the previews popped up and they said that we're going to see her, I'm like, oh yeah. Did you miss her?
No. I think we've had. I mean, not that I don't love Arya, but I think we've had a very heavy episodes in the episodes 1 through 3 with her, that I don't think we needed another round of her either getting her ass kicked or whatever.
Yeah.
Well,
she can see now.
Yeah, which is good.
Yeah.
But there in the preview, there's a little potion that the man with no name gives to her, but I don't really know. I still am a bit confused as to her storyline, really, to be honest with you guys.
Yeah. But did you see this, guys? Did you see the Starbucks meme? Where it's like, what is your name? And then she goes,
oh yeah, that's so good.
It's so good.
It's so good. People are so
clever.
funny.
We should do that. Next time we go to Starbucks, like, we have no name. All right. Well, I guess that about wraps it up. Unless
Yeah.
do you have any predictions?
That I think that was my prediction that we're gonna see another red woman, and whether I don't know what she's there for though.
That's a really good prediction because I didn't put it together really until you were mentioning. Like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I just hope I'm gonna predict this, but I hope it's true that Bolton gets his ass beat. I hope he gets his dick handed to him after it's roasted.
But when are we gonna see it though? You know, when is that gonna happen?
I hope it happens at the end of this season because I can't stand him anymore.
I mean, it would be a big fu to the fans and that's fine because that's what Game of Thrones does. But if we see Jon with Sansa go down to Bolton, I don't know that I would watch after that.
I don't know. I want to see Littlefinger go down too by Sansa.
Oh yeah,
that would be amazing. Yep. Because the only person that could kind of control him was Catelyn because he loved her so much. So I can see maybe Sansa taking that role, being like, "Look, I let you fuck this up," you know, because Sansa's completely changed. All of the Starks from from season 1 to now, you see them grow physically and mentally because they've been through so much shit. Anyway, all right. Well, thanks for tuning in to our recap show, 2 Chicks, 1 Throne, aka Sofa. So don't forget, guys, you can always follow us on Twitter and Instagram, and also don't forget to hit that thumbs up button to subscribe, tell a friend, comment below. If you're nice, we comment back. There's a lot of mean things. We just don't even look anymore.
We just pretend we don't see it.
But yeah, you can follow us and all that stuff at Team Amazing. And also, where can people follow you, Ann?
You guys can follow me at Ann Campia on Twitter and Instagram, as well as A Campia on Snapchat.
Yes, and thank you. And you can follow me at KAORIOUS everywhere. I am on social media everywhere.
And Twitch.
Yes, you can follow me on Twitch as well. And what we're going to say, don't forget to pick up our prints at teamamazing.com. We sign them, we send messages, and we're setting up for new prints.
I know.
Very, very soon. Right before Comic-Con.
It's happening.
Yes, it's happening. So thanks again, and we'll catch you soon for another one of our shows.
Bye.
Bye.